what are going to be the big money moving trends in crypto in 2023? Well, here are my guesses and what I'll be keeping my eye on in 2023. First, let's talk about layer 2s. This is a big and growing area in the crypto economy right now. Ethereum layer 2 Arbitrum, for example, has risen to be the 4th biggest chain by total value locked in DeFi. Layer 2 Optimism, number 7. Well ahead of many other big chains like Solana and Cardano. The layer 2 proposition has been pretty damn clear and people are paying attention. Use all of your favorite Ethereum applications using Ethereum for gas fees and pay just a fraction of the cost of using the main chain. We also have a whole bunch more layer 2s coming up soon. It's not just Optimism and Arbitrum, although they've been dominating the conversation. We have things like ZK Sync, Polygon's ZK EVM. We have other networks coming up like Starkware. Well, Starkware's already out, but they're going to be doing more stuff. I fully expect that 2023 will see more money, more users, and more developers flocking to Ethereum layer 2s. That's not to say that other layer 1s aren't going to do anything. In fact, I think that one of the big trends to watch out for in 2023, just like in 2019, just like in 2020, is that we're going to be seeing a new class of the next big thing, blockchains, being born. We have chains like Aptos, Sui, Celestia, Analog, Myria, Partizia. They have the potential to be really big. Now, by the way, I own some of those, as you can always see in my disclosures page in the description. And most of these are not even trading on the market yet, except for Aptos. But these coins do have the potential to be the next cycle's big 100x gainers. Although, as with Aptos, we could still see some really cheap prices develop on this coin and others as they come into the market in 2023. Yes, money and users and developers are starting to take notice of these networks too, but these, I think, will really only take off and bring those massive gains in once we see a flood of retail people coming back in. Definitely worth keeping an eye on over the next year. If you want to catch the next Solana, it could be one of those I just mentioned. Also, when possible, try to get the airdrops for these coins. We talk about this all the time in the newsletter. Then, of course, we have gaming. And I know the gaming has been particularly slaughtered in this bear market. We have had a glut of new games coming into the market when gaming was hot. We had oversaturation, not enough real games, too many hope and dream companies not delivering enough real tech. But I still think that gaming has huge potential, and slowly but surely we're getting some real quality shit starting to come out in the gaming space. For example, Illuvium just released the beta for their game with 30,000 test players ready to take the plunge, and it looks beautiful. Genso Kishi just released their game at the end of November, so it's finally happening. Collectible card game Cross the Ages has opened up for early access. People are already checking it out, playing it. Then we have exciting looking games like Off the Grid coming up at some point in the future, which has like District 9 director Neil Blomkamp on board. Like, there's some seriously cool stuff going on in the gaming space in crypto. And again, those companies are portfolio companies. You can check that out in the description for disclosures. But my guess is that we see gaming being a leading force in crypto in 2023 and beyond, which is why I remain pretty invested in the sector. Now let's talk about monkey pictures. I know the NFTs had a really crazy time in 2022 and 2021, and we had a lot of scammy crap coming out. But basically, that was like wave 1 for NFTs. And while legacy collections like Bored Apes and CryptoPunks probably gonna be sticking around for a long gosh darn time, the truth is that we have barely scratched the surface of NFT technology. It's not just about monkey profile pictures, man, or flipping the next mint to make a few bucks. NFTs are digital ownership, digital art, and all kinds of use cases can grow out of that. There is a reason why every big brand is getting into NFTs right now, because there's the evolution of ownership online. I think 2023 sees a whole new wave of NFT innovation happening, a whole new wave of NFT creators and collectors coming in. That doesn't necessarily mean prices are going to go super nuts, especially in legacy collections, but we could see some pretty cool stuff happening in the NFT space, so do keep paying attention. And we could see, of course, some cool collections come up that might be worth grabbing. Now, before telling you about the recession, regulations, and of course whether or not we are going to actually see a new high in 2023 or not, I just want to let you know about my weekly crypto investor newsletter. It's called Wealth Mastery, and it is just jam-packed full of alpha on altcoins, airdrops, NFTs, DeFi tutorials, market analysis. You can join our 50,000 weekly readers by signing up for free using the link down below in the description. Now let's talk about the potential for a recession. Basically, everyone and their mom is calling for a recession right now. And they're all saying that it's going to be super, super bad, man. Like really bad. Like so bad, seriously bad. Probably not good. One thing is abundantly transparent though. Be ready for market turmoil in 2023. Maybe we're lucky. Maybe the shit doesn't hit the fan. But if you are prepared for it to hit the fan, if you're wearing a raincoat, then at least you're gonna be ready for it if it does. We should also expect crypto to follow right along with macro. So if it goes down the toilet, don't expect crypto to have a breakout moment while equities are going to crap. Right now, we need to see the Fed rate hikes stop. Might happen in March or April. And to be clear, rates will be higher when that happens, over 5% or more. But unless something serious breaks and inflation soars again, then the end of the rate hikes could be near. So it's something to look forward to, I suppose. Next, let's talk about regulations. They're going to continue to be a major story for crypto in 2023, just as they have been for the past few years. In particular, the fallout from FTX continue to play out, which will give regulators a new reason to bring the hammer down on crypto. Now, the latest iteration of this is the Warren Marshall bill, which brings back all of the worst proposals that the crypto industry has been fighting for years. Told you they were gonna come back, guys, and they did. They did. Specifically, they're looking at KYC for wallets, miners, stakers, and validators, as well as forcing these businesses to get money transmitter licenses, which means that if you're like a staker and network, you might need a money transmitter license and to KYC yourself. It's crazy. Basically a huge attack on freedom and privacy in crypto. And that's just one of like a dozen bills. And no, they're not all bad, just most of them, unfortunately. And finally, no new highs. In fact, we could be in for some serious chaos in Q1 if we actually see the Mt. Gox coins finally making their way into the market, if we see Genesis having any more crazy stuff going on. That being said, I think there could be a nice big fat rally at some point in 2023. One big enough to trick us into all believing it's real, the bull market's back on, it's finally here. There's still hope of getting out of mom's basement, but no, that's exactly the moment. When you start thinking that, that's exactly the moment when the smart money is going to be exiting before the next big fat nasty plunge. We probably won't see new highs for crypto really until 2024, after the Bitcoin halving, no new cycle tops until 2025. That's basing, of course, on the Bitcoin 4-year model, as well as likely changes post-recession in Fed monetary policy. Seems to line up pretty well. On this prediction, I would love to be dead wrong and just run it back to all-time highs ASAP, but that's not the most likely scenario, is it? Okay, that's it. Subscribe now. See you next time.